שלום רב, כאן איריס לקנר, המנהלת האומנותית של פסטיבל הקולנוע הרומני בישראל, מהדורת 2022. עכשיו אני שמחה לארח כאן את הבימאי והמפיק דן קישו, שמגיע הפעם לפסטיבל שלנו עם סרטו 5 דקות. השיחה תתנהל באנגלית, ושלכם תהיה צפייה מהנה. דומנול קישו, בונה זיואה.
בונה זיואה.
We'll have our conversation in English so all our audiences can understand. First, I would like to ask you, where did you come up with the idea for your movie?
It was a huge YouTube posting concerning that event, which happened in the cinema of the Metzere. That's the name of the cinema. And I saw so many opinions, so many attitudes, because a lot of people being stuck there, they filmed. And I saw everything by the attitude and by the eyes of the cameras filming, the phone cameras filming that event. And I understand that there are different opinions, different positions, and there are different truths, because everybody was telling a kind or part of their truth. And when I saw that videos, it was something like 58 or 1 hour of images, what happening there. And at the end, it was the moment when the police did not interfere with the event, and they only check IDs of everybody there. And I had a story in mind. And little by little, it came up with this problem, which is the relativity of the truth, and concerning even the way the people from Romania understand this attitude against the homophobic attitude against the LGBT and all this type of situation. And I tried to build up a story in which my characters were concerned and influenced by the story. But my story, it's about the problems can appear when your mind is set, and when you have, I'm speaking about the policeman, the gendarme situation, where he's convinced that he did the right thing, and he's convinced that he had a nice family and everything is okay in his family. And only because of this event, he realized that the situation in the family is not okay. The relation with his daughter is not okay, with his wife and his father. Everything was so unusual. So at the end, I tried to find a way of letting him accept everything. And this is why the scene of the end is between, I made a movie about this homophobic situation. And the end of the movie is about 2 men taking each other in their arms and trying to admit their mistakes made, the old guy towards his son and he towards his daughter. And this was my message. It's about how complicated the life is and how difficult it is to admit and to admit you are wrong. Mainly when you are a character like this guy, which is used to be always right, to give orders and to be respected. So that's my movie.
Okay, so actually your movie is about the kind of relationship within the family that got reflected as a consequences of something that happened at work. But yeah. I would like to take you to the social environment in Romania towards the homophobic problem. It becomes a problem once you're homophobic, of course. You made your movie some time ago. Did you feel there was kind of a change in meanwhile? Did it got better, worse, remain the same? How do you feel the atmosphere?
I could have give you an answer, but the period passed between the moment I did my movie put all the planet in another situation when almost everything got frozen because of the pandemic. So to be honest, I don't know what happened in the deep country, because this is the place where this kind of attitude is not well understood. But the pandemic made such a gap between what happened before and what is happening now. And I can complete with even this attitude of the mankind. I mean, in the moment when we really got a hope that the pandemic will stop, the next thing, this species, the humankind, decided to make a war. I mean, this is completely getting me out of my mind, because if somebody is asking me, how are you? I cannot tell him if I'm good or not, because I don't know the definition of good or bad in these moments. I mean, I'm so in between everything what is getting to me as an information, it disturbs me completely. I mean, I don't have any more point of balances. I don't know. I'm waiting to see what's going.
Lost at the moment.
Yeah. So I cannot give you a right answer. Mainly
Okay.
the second movie, which was released already in Romania, and he was very well received. And the fact is that this type of attitudes can make people reflect and change their attitude or mind. And this is at least it was my intention.
Okay, because movies are a kind of a mirror to our reality, to the way we behave. Do you feel that there are more movies talking about those specific issues in these years? I mean, in the past 3 years, and even if you know some projects ahead, not only yours, do you feel there is a kind of awakeness from this point of view?
I feel that it's a kind of awakeness, because I read some scripts and I saw some attitudes against this, let's say, reflecting this situation. I feel like a kind of guilty, something like feeling guilty about what we did not accept or we were not aware about. It's the fact that we do not treat it in the right position. Now, as I moved to France, I've seen so many TV shows about do I feel good on my skin? I try to translate, and it's about people with real problems. And I can tell you, watching these shows, I completely changed not my opinion, but my attitude towards this situation, because I saw some unbelievable situation. So I try to understand better. It was in Romania, we were completely not informed about. I mean, in the period I was young, and then when I moved to Paris, I tried to respect as a young guy, not knowing what the Occident is, everything. But I was surprised by this type of attitudes. I was even shocked sometimes. I can tell you that the first time in the 80s, when I saw two men in real life kissing on the street, I was completely shocked. So this is not my fault. It's the fault of the way I was educated, in the conditions I was educated in the communist time, and so on and so forth. But little by little, I understand everything, and I understood everything. And it's like I may say that sometimes it's like the relation with the religion for the agnostics, for the non-believer. Sometimes, little by little, you start to understand, and that's why I like very much that saying that. I mean, it's a kind of a little joke that in a crashing plane there are no atheists. Nobody is atheist when the plane. Why? I mean, we are all our lives, and when it happened, we need to get a belief, and that's why I'm trying to explain that all the life, or during the whole life, you have to understand, to forgive, to realize, and to be better. Sometimes you cannot. I'm talking about these moments when I see what happened with the war, what happened with the COVID. How can I get the real information when the fake information is so big? Umberto Eco says that internet and Facebook gave to the fool of the village the opportunity to have an opinion. Before he was in the bar, and after 2 beers he got drunk and nobody will listen to him. Now he has followers. That's the problem. So I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, at least the movie shows that there are different opinions in Romania, and that some of the people in the Romanian society are more liberal than they used to think or be in the past.
And
now,
even the TV, the way the TV shows, because that's why I insisted on having that character, the reporter. I mean, she was sure that she was right. Everybody has the certitude.
Had his own truth.
And he got change, a change of attitude in the end when he listened, when she listened what they were talking about.
Yes. So you were talking about the character, and I appreciate very much the fact that in last year's GOPO Awards, the Romanian Oscars, 4 of the main characters in the movie got the prizes for their acting. Now, would you like to reflect a bit on the casting and how, of course, pleased you were with those results?
Yeah, I was very happy for them, as happy as I was that me as a director, scriptwriter, and a movie maker, I was not even nominated for the GOPO, but this is another story. I'm so happy that all the actors got. That means the acting.
You did a good work. That means something, you know.
Somebody wrote on the internet, how comes that these actors are so good with the script, which is not mentioned, with the direction, it's not mentioned, but this is not the question. I tried to find actors which, and we worked a lot. I found Mihai Călin. After I decided to ask him for the cast, after I saw a theater play in the National Theater. It was a theater play made after the script of a very famous movie who got Oscar for the best foreign movie, and it was amazing that I realized that I can use Mihai Călin in this. Then Diana, it was another option, but it was a very nice story with Diana, because when she came to the casting, I did not see that she was pregnant. She did not tell me that she was pregnant. I was so much impressed by the cast she had, the casting she had, and we decided that we have it. She will be the one. But we took some time to prepare the movie, and little by little, when I announced her that okay, we're gonna start, she told me, I have a little girl I just gave birth to, and I said, come on, I want to see you. And when I saw her, I realized that it was nothing what I expect to be, but because I liked her very much, I decided to change her character. I changed a little bit of everything, and I reshaped her character. And
in what way?
I reshaped her relation with the TV station manager. I invented the other character, the young lady, and because I wanted to show to the people that she was once better than she was now, but you know, I didn't want to give you any explanation.
Okay,
but I want her so much that I was working on the script to have her. The first option was, okay, I'm sorry, I will take somebody else, and she said, okay, no problem. I mean, she completely agreed to give up. And I said, no, I don't want to give up. And now I'm very happy because she's doing a great job.
Yes, she is. Where do you think lies the kind of border or lines for Romanian film creators between their opinions on the social and political issues and the more personal stories? Is there a certain balance? Is there one thing that reflects more on your work as a Romanian film creator?
You cannot stay away from politics. I don't think, I mean, this is my opinion. I don't think that Romanian film director, I'm talking on my case only, you cannot avoid not being involved. Everything what happened around you influence you. And as I'm an independent producer, as you know, I'm writing, I'm producing my movies. this was the first one which I decided to co-produce with somebody else because it was financially very heavy from my point of view. But when I'm writing contemporary stories. You cannot stay away of being involved when you have a contemporary story, because everything which is in these days, it's influenced by the politics. If I would made one day historical movie, I will let my politics away, because I cannot realize, I cannot induce, I cannot understand what was the politics in that time, and I will do the movie as it is. But this is not my time. I'm not doing this type of movie.
Not being detached. Am I wrong, or are more Romanian movies being made in the past 2 or 3 years, even though the pandemic interrupted everything? Is it a kind of feeling, or is it something that has to do with the facts?
During the pandemic, there were some movie, even TV series shot in difficult conditions. The budget, I have a friend who did his movie during the pandemic, and he was telling me every week he increased the budget with thousands because of the masks, disinfectants, and the tests, which is absolutely normal. But I think it's the need of making things after the first moment when we decided to stay. And you remember, I could not stay, and I made 9 stories of love and hate during the pandemic. I mean, yes, working from home. So I don't know. I don't have the statistics of how many movies, but I feel like everybody wants to work, and they did not stop, which is very good. I see some movies. I'm launching now Dog Poop Girl, as you know. We launched it in the last week, and the film, it's a film which I produced, but I see another movies being launched. So they did not stop. Nobody stopped.
Okay,
I don't think more than before, but it will be less difficult. It was less difficult when the need of making things made you go over problems. Now, next year, there will be less money because it will be the economy, it will be not in a very good shape. So I cannot tell you anything about what happened. I know exactly that I'm not doing any movie next year.
Okay, for the meantime. Have some of your movies already reached the streaming services around the world?
Yes, some of them. I sell all my movies to Netflix, first of all, like everybody, because it was the biggest thing of the pandemic. I mean, I think that everybody saw more movies than ever in their lives during these 2 years. It was, I may say that there were the 2 years of seeing movies. And there are festivals, there are not as much as I would like to, because my movies are made in Romanian language, and subtitling is difficult. People are not very happy watching movies with subtitles. Some of them are not capable to concentrate to read and to see in the same thing. That's why in a lot of countries like France, all the movies are dubbed, yeah, which I don't like. My opinion is that the movie should be
translated in the original language. I agree with you. And this is what we are used here. By the way, in Israel, there are only 4 or 5 Romanian movies that can be seen on Netflix all together. And I know many Romanian movies already are on streaming, but there are different rules in different countries. So here it is not possible to see them yet. Now you, beside being a producer and a director, you are also an actor. So do you do you fancy to go on screen again a bit, not only behind?
No. I was an actor only when the situation was special.
Okay.
Friends directors asked me to do some parts because they considered that I'm the only one who can do it. I have a new proposition from a very important Romanian director now to film in his movie. He's a very important, I won't give you the name, but I can tell you that he was awarded with Berlin Golden Bear once for one of his movies. And I'm trying to help, that's all.
Okay.
But it's not my favorite thing. I mean, I tried to act in one of my movies in Déjà Vu only because it was the only way to film and to act in the same moment, because I had that camera on my head. But I prefer to stay behind the
camera. Okay. Do you know already what is your next project as a director or a producer?
I'm trying to do a very special thing. I'm trying to do something, I don't know if I'm going to tell you or not. Okay.
Say it in general, because the tendency is that once you talk about your next movie, here in Israel, we already want to see it.
Yeah, no.
So something good may come out of it.
I have two projects. One, it will be a movie, which is a very special one. I mean, like all the movies I want to make, which I don't know exactly how I will shape it, but I have an interesting theater film project, a project where a theater play starts in the first 40 minutes. It's an acting, and the whole key of the theater play, it will be screened on the theater, becoming a cinema. It will be half theater, half cinema. That part filmed, it will be like a single film, and the acting part, it's a monologue of one actor who can be different in every place, everywhere, because you cannot see him in the second part. So it doesn't matter who's acting in the first part. The second part, which is the key of the whole monologue there, it is already done and it's locked, and you have all these two possibilities, and it will be I don't know if it is the first, but it will be a place where it will be a film in a theater. It's like somebody introducing a film, but with a long monologue. And introducing a short
Sounds
movie.
Interesting already.
Everything will be connected.
Mr. Dan Chisu, I want to thank you for this interview, and we hope to see you soon, and of course, see more of your movies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well.